early. Are you happy?
Rich, I see that you were drinking an enormous glass of milk.
Yes, that's right. Anything unusual about that? It's blue whale milk, Stu. Yeah. That's one squirt of a teat, that is, yeah. They're mammals, they suckle their young.
Like all mothers, Mother Nature pretends to protect us, but is all the while scheming to attack us for her own pleasure. Hi, I'm Greg Evigan, BJ from BJ and the Bear. Of all God's things that he has made, the one that there is the most of is insects. There are more insects than you could count ever. This we know. But do we know what happens when insects attack? This week, gnats.
It was a balmy June night, and Penny and I had just stepped outside for a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, we were walking through the trees down by the river, which I now know is where they breed, but I didn't know that at the time.
We had no interest in gnats back then.
Remember, no attempt has been made to tamper with this genuine camcorder footage.
I suppose the gnat must have just sort of been there, you know, in the air in our path, and we just walked into it and disturbed it.
As you can see, it took us quite by surprise, because it flew first straight into my hair and then started bothering Eldon as well.
I tried swatting at it, and then I clapped my hands to scare it away, and it seemed to go.
We still don't know whether we killed it or whether it just flew away.
Well, Penny and Eldon certainly won't be walking by the river again. However, barmy it gets. They have seen with their own 4 eyes just what can happen when insects attack. I'm Greg Evigan. Goodbye. I made this!
At this point, I was going to ask the King a question about Prince Geoffrey of Brunei, a hotel room and 40 prostitutes, but it seems inappropriate given his age, so instead I'm going to present him with this Power Rangers action figure.
I'll treasure it forever.
He'll treasure it forever. The King has spoken. Rich, what are you doing? What are you doing there? What are you doing?
Milk. Direct. Oh, nothing. Look at that, lovely.
You're very pleased with your BSE free milk scheme, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a foolproof system, Stu. That one's empty now.
Yeah, OK. Good system, but what if all animal milk is infected by the food chain? What are you going to do then?
My poor fool.
Don't patronise me.
There's other milk other than
What
animal
other
milk,
milk?
isn't there, Stu?
What?
Ah.
What? Not ours. It's not an our situation.
What about human milk?
Human milk?
Yeah.
To get enough human milk to drink, you'd have to farm women.
Yes.
Because if you do want to do that...
Look, if I wanted to farm women for milk, I would have to kidnap some, keep them in battery chicken coops, then every day the women would have to suckle me, and I'd have to store their milk in my cheeks, then spit it into churns, which I would sell by the roadside to passing motorists.
You've thought it through, haven't you?
Yeah.
You sound like you do want to do that.
Yeah, I said if I wanted to do that, I would do that. And I do want to do it, so I do!
You can't do that to people, you can't...
Stu, they like it. The women like it. If you look at their faces, it's almost as if they understand.
You are sick, you are sick.
I'd ask you this question, Stu. What? Who is the real sick man in this so-called society? Is it the ordinary, normal man who makes an honest living farming kidnapped women's milk, which he spits along with some of his spit into churns, which he then sells to unsuspecting motorists?
It's not looking good for this
Wait,
standard. All right.
wait, until you hear the alternative. Or is it the businessman in his suit and tie, milking the system to make upwards of £12,000 a year?
It's the first one again, Rich. It's the milk-spitting, mouse-farming bloke. That's the sick one. The businessman's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, it's closer than last week, though, wasn't it?
Worse in many ways, further away.
Well, I didn't think it through.
Think it through.
Well, I didn't think it through.
Are we going to join us at the papers? Yeah. Will you, to join us, have a look at the papers? Will you welcome back Peter Bainham, please?
Hey! 1 moment of confusion in 2 weeks. Been good.
I agree with you.
How long have we got here, anyone?
So, Pete, what has literally caught your Friday night
My
armistice?
Friday night armistice.
Literally this week. This
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
You can say that, isn't it?
Is my friend Armistice satirical? I was caught by the story about Stephen Hawking
what's
in the papers, where he said the universe originated. It was the size. He said it was similar to a pea-like thing
Before the Big Bang.
Yeah, I think he's confused everything with just peas.
Yeah.
When he says it's pea-like, do you think he means that it was the size of a pea,
Yeah.
or that it was really massive but had the qualities of a pea?
Yeah, it was infinitely large, but
Right.
was pea matter.
I think he's wrong,
Yeah.
right? Because, like, let's just take this table, right, for a start, right? This
Yes.
is just a selection of a few of the things that are in the universe. By no means the majority, right? Let me try again. By no means.
things.
Probably, like, less than 50% of the things in the universe are here. I reckon if I tried to put these all together,
Yeah.
like, I'm never going to get that down to the size of a pea. So how... He hasn't thought it through, Stephen.
Pure science, Rich, there.
I think he says these things because he's cleverer than anyone else in the world, so nobody can disagree with him.
Yeah.
Right.
So he could
See,
say
he
the
says it.
universe is like a child's dress, and we the cheap child's dress. And we can't prove he's
He
wrong.
certainly is a
He's
mad
clever.
genius, isn't he?
He
He
is,
could be
he's
in a
brilliant.
James
He's
Bond
crazy.
film undersea.
I am going to destroy the world with my pea matter gun.
Have you read The Brief History of Time?
I have, yeah. Well, I got as far as anyone else, which is up to chapter 3.
Yeah.
And nobody gets any further. And
Yeah.
if you actually look for chapter 4 onwards, there's nothing there.
It's
Just
some
pictures of
like-
Stephen Hawking
Yeah.
spending loads of money after that.
And there's the instructions to his
It would have
voice
brief
box
history
thing.
of time, but it wasn't brief enough for me.
Wow, that was like real satire we did there.
It was,
Pete.
yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for having us along. for the
We did
satire.
attack.
Give him a
Very
big round of
clever.
applause. It's Pot Noodles, Too Gorgeous, Peter Brain, and there he is.
For it is written, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. But only I have realized the true meaning of that.
You join us in chaos.
Something went
Magnificent
wrong.
image there. At the end of the show, this final section is going to be directed by the BBC's new blind director.
Yeah, he just did the previous bit as well.
So well.
But that particular shot was actually shot by a sighted cameraman. Yeah, check your prejudice in. You're the sick one. Just time to get the results of the phone poll from Jo Unwin and her husband, the actor Kevin Eldon.
Yes, and as you remember, the question was, should Britain bomb Iraq?
Iraq.
Please. And we had 1,270 phone calls. The results are 20% said yes, 62% said yes, and 18% said yes.
Yes. Pretty conclusive there. Right, next week the king of the show is going to be our oldest viewer, so if you think you might be the oldest person watching the show, then write to us, tell us how old you are, and if you're the oldest viewer, then you could be sitting there with that very young person sitting.
Yeah.
Oh, the irony.
That's right. And the address for that or anything else is This Morning with Richard, Not Judy, room 3306, BBC TV Centre, Wood Lane, London, W127RJ.
Or you can email us if you're a nit, or visit our website there. It's the address should be on the screen, hopefully. Are you on the internet, Stu?
No, Rich, because I don't like Red Dwarf or child pornography, so it's of no interest to me.
Hopefully next week you'll get to see the second part of the Organ Gang, and maybe without a vicar over the top
It's
of it. I don't
Sunday.
know.
So let's end with a hymn. He's got the whole world in his hand. Stand up, put on your Church of England hat.
Join in at home.
1, 2, 3. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole wide world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got you and me, brother. In his hand, he's got you and me, brother. In his hands, he's got you and me, brother. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands.
I made this.
Oh, I did.